Good afternoon, everyone. Great to be with you all. Nice standing room only crowd. Thank you for coming. I have been hanging out at all the wrong welcome centers. You have a bar at your welcome center. I want you to know you're the only people who have a bar at your welcome center. It is great. And I was here early sampling it all. It's fabulous. I want to take a moment and recognize some of our special guests who are with us here today. I want to recognize Department of Ag and Markets Commissioner and 2017 winner of Commissioner of the Year, Richard Ball. City of Geneva Mayor Ron Alcock and members of City Council. Geneva Town Supervisor Mark Venuti, as well as supervisors from Ontario, Seneca, and Wayne counties. Greater Rochester Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Bob Duffy. Empire State Development Board member Hilda Rosario Escher. Secretary Treasurer of the New York Building and Construction Trades Council Larry Davis. Representatives from regional tourism organizations, chambers of commerce, and universities. Give them a round of applause. Take a look at this amazing welcome center. Look at the beautiful lake here in Geneva, which, as you may know, is the lake trout capital of what? The lake, not of New York, not of America, of the world. Now, I know that you just wrapped up the 54th annual Lake Trout Derby. I know because I participated in my suit. I have embraced the suit lifestyle with this job. I have a lake trout suit. I have a salmon fishing suit. I have a welcome center suit, and I am wearing it today. The winning fisher person caught a trout, 13-pound trout. Is that pretty big? Those of you who know trout fishing? Well, I got to tell you something. It's different than the trout that I fish for, because the trout that I fish for are imaginary. And you would be amazed at what I can do catching imaginary fish. But back to business. Today we are celebrating the completion of this beautiful facility, which will serve as a gateway to all the Finger Lakes has to offer. And as you know, this region is rich in amazing assets. And I won't take you through because you know better than I do. You live here. This is a remarkable, wonderful region that you have. And it's been a pleasure to get to know it over the years. And I think you have an idea of the impact tourism has in this market and across the state. It's a very important tradable sector for New York and for the Finger Lakes, and showcases like this are just another way to advance this important job generator. As this center makes clear, Governor Cuomo is focused on supporting agribusiness across the state and across the Finger Lakes in supporting the artisanal beverage industry, the wineries, as you know, but not just the wineries, the breweries, the cideries, the distilleries. I am drinking my way through the Finger Lakes, baby. And the governor's approach to economic development has given us an opportunity to leverage our strengths. It has given people like Bob and Ginny and others on the regional council the opportunity to develop strategic plans, and the governor has empowered all of you to really invest state resources where it does the most good to advance your economy. And that's in large part why we're here today, because you've identified tourism. And as you know, part of the governor's strategy is downtown revitalization. And who was the first city to win the Downtown Revitalization Initiative in the Finger Lakes? Does anyone know? Yeah. All right. Do you know that Geneva is also home to the new Cornell Agrotech Center of Excellence at the New York State Agriculture Experiment Station? Now, you can give that a round of applause. I had a plant experiment station when I was going to college. And that's all I'm saying about that. Now that I'm with the state, I follow all the laws of the state. I want to take a moment to thank New York Kitchen. You all know New York Kitchen and how amazing they are. Without whose help, frankly, this facility would not have come together as seamlessly as it has. And with that, I would like to introduce you all to the president of New York Kitchen, an amazing partner of ours in economic development and community development. And I am going to use a word that I have never used in the 40 months that I have been in this job, which is going to make the governor very nervous. But the word is indefatigable. She is indefatigable, endless energy, amazing commitment to this region, and an extraordinary partner, Ginny Clark.
Thanks, Howard. Welcome, Governor, to the best Finger Lakes Welcome Center in the state. So when we at the New York Wine and Culinary Center, which is now the New York Kitchen, were approached last year by the governor's office to collaborate on the Finger Lakes Welcome Center, we knew that this would be a great undertaking for the New York Kitchen and a great opportunity to continue our partnership with New York State. The New York Kitchen was formed in 2006, and its mission is to educate, excite, and engage its guests on everything that New York State has to offer in food, drinks, agriculture, and tourism. Our goal is now to bring that expertise here to the Finger Lakes Welcome Center and partner with New York vendors, farmers, artisans, wineries, craft beverage makers, and other businesses to provide the best of what New York State, and in particular, what the Finger Lakes region has to offer. Today, we're really excited to officially kick the season off with Governor Cuomo. Governor, thank you for your vision in wanting to promote New York State by each of its unique regions. Your support and the team that stands beside you is helping spread the word about all that this great state has to offer. I want to thank our team who worked hard to get this project done on time, as promised, Governor, on time and on budget. We're just so proud you could be here on this beautiful day with us to see the stellar work by all of us who made it happen. We carried your passion for New York State with us and provided a working atmosphere that makes us all proud to be New Yorkers. Again, thank you for your great team, the work that we could do with the ESD, Ag and Markets, Taste New York, and the City of Geneva. From our team, I want to thank you all for the dedication and hard work you put into designing, constructing, and creating this beautiful space. My sincere and heartfelt thanks to Dave Crow and the HB Cornerstone team, Chrysantha and Massa construction teams, and all the local workers and partners throughout New York that brought this spectacular building to fruition. Thank you to our New York Kitchen and the Taste New York team, especially to Bethany DeSanto for her leadership and her passion, along with Heather Tuttle, Christine Skelly, and Philip Gelsomino. And certainly the rest of the team at the Finger Lakes Welcome Center who will continue to work here daily and deliver first-class hospitality to the guests that come through our doors. When both the private and the public sectors partner together, it's amazing that we get such great results. Governor, thank you again for your leadership and especially for being here today to celebrate with us. I'm really honored to welcome our passionate governor from the state of New York, Andrew Cuomo.
Thank you, Barry. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, you're going to make me blush. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful site. What a beautiful location. I can't tell you what a joy this is and how excited I am to actually see this. I've heard about it and we've talked about it, but it really is an extraordinary site. And let's start by thanking Ginny Clark and New York Kitchen, who really brought their expertise and their eye to this facility. Let's give them a round of applause. I want to thank Rob and Pamela Sands for all they've done, not just to make New York Kitchen as effective as they are, but what a great citizen, what a great activist, and the entire community thanks both of you for everything that you do. I want to thank the mayor of the city of Geneva for all their good work, Commissioner Ball. I want to thank Bob Duffy for being here, who is a great friend and former lieutenant governor to me, as you know. Let's give him a round of applause and thank him for what he does. And Commissioner Howard Zemsky. Where do you start about Howard? He did make me nervous when he said a word I never used before, because I have heard a lot of words come out of his mouth. He also raised a very sensitive subject, but he did it subtly so you wouldn't know when he went by it. He was introducing Commissioner Ball of Ags and Markets, and he said he was the winner of the 2017 #1 Commissioner Award, which is true. What Howard didn't say was Howard came in second to Commissioner Ball in what was supposed to be a secret ballot among the cabinet to vote who was the best commissioner. Howard refused to acknowledge defeat on a secret ballot, which I had never heard of before, demanded that people reveal the vote on who they voted for. And it turned out the vote that made Commissioner Ball #1 instead of Howard Zemsky was Bob Duffy's vote. Yep. And now he has to sit right next to him. How do you like that? Word you never heard before. Indefatigable. That's a great one. This is special. Everyone's going to take credit for this facility. I've never seen anything like it before. the way it brings all the products together, the architecture, the design. Ginny will take credit. Howard will take credit. The truth is, it was all me. Upside-down canoe light fixtures. When I first said it, they mocked me. Look how well they work. Floor, that is also a map of the region. When I first said it, they said people will be looking down and bang into each other. I said, no, no. Look how good it looks. Location, next to the lake, brings it all together. They said, no, it should be on more downtown. I said, no, no, it should be on the lake. It's on the lake. How beautiful. Okay, none of what I just said is true. But it does bring it all home. And as you heard from Howard, we've been focusing a lot on upstate New York and the upstate economy, as you know. And tourism is a very big driver. It is the fourth biggest economic driver for the state of New York right now. And it is only going to get better. It's growing. In many ways, we almost explored the market. We started by re-engineering our advertising campaign. We had the I Love New York advertising campaign, which basically went away. It was in the 1970s. We brought that back, and then we changed the focus. I Love New York means visit New York City, downstate New York, which is very nice. But if you just visit New York City, you are only seeing one side of New York State. So we refocused I Love New York to say you should see all of New York State, and upstate New York was like a hidden secret that we just didn't tell people what we have in upstate New York. And we started the advertising campaign to get people more familiar with upstate New York. The tourism numbers are growing. And tourism is now a competitive sector in and of itself, right? You watch television, you see all these ads, go to this state, go to this state, go to this region. So it's not enough just to have one attraction. People want to go to a region that has a number of attractions. And that's what we have developed and demonstrated here in the Finger Lakes. You have the best park system in the United States of America here. We just invested $20 million in Letchworth State Park, $40 million in the parks in the Finger Lakes, but $20 million just in Letchworth. USA Today rated Letchworth the #1 state park in the United States of America. The wine and craft beverage industry, we got government out of the way. If you tried to start a winery or a craft beverage, you had to deal with an agency called the State Liquor Authority, SLA. Many people came up with different words for that acronym that I won't get into besides SLA, but suffice it to say it was a very slow, torturous process. We revamped all of that. We now are allowing all these different applications where you can have tastings, you can have wine and beer together, you can have tastings on wineries, the promotion, the sales. We have now an increase of 115% in the number of craft beverage businesses in the state. We have over 1,000 craft beverage businesses. A number of wineries have gone up by 70%. So you put that together with the wine trail, et cetera, that we have here in the Finger Lakes, put that together with the renovation of Geneva, which is a beautiful city that has a beautiful history. And more people now want those downtown areas, and they want the downtown areas that have a sense of history, where you can go get a meal and you can walk down Main Street. And as you heard from Howard, Geneva competed in our downtown revitalization initiative. We had 120 applications from across the state, only 10 winners. And Geneva was one of the 10 winners, so congratulations to you, because it had to be a great plan to win. But that will be added to this component for the Finger Lakes, rejuvenated downtown Geneva. And then people have to be able to get there, and you have to invest in infrastructure. And we're rebuilding Rochester Airport, $40 million to make it a state-of-the-art airport. So tourism is now about a $1.7 billion industry for the Finger Lakes, about 14 million visitors. And we believe that's going to continue to grow. We have the product to sell, and we are marketing it, and we're telling our story. And the best sales device we have is the Finger Lakes itself. There is nobody who comes who is not just blown away by the experience. I can't tell you how many people come and say, I didn't know, I went, I saw, my God, it's so beautiful. And the whole trick is just exposure and getting people to see what we have and see how beautiful it is and see how much you can do and see how lucky we are to be one of the special places on this globe that God blessed. And that is the Finger Lakes region. And this tells the story. Thank you, and God bless you.
Folks, we're going to ask you to stay in your seat for just a few more moments, because we're going to do ribbon cutting any moment now. Thank you.